What's up? Benjamin5678 here, and welcome back to Skyrim. Alright, it's been a minute, so let's go ahead and go over what happened in the last episode, which I kind of don't remember. But I can tell you, though, that we came back to the vault with Carlia. Mercer's an asshole, and we convinced everybody that Mercer's the asshole because we went in there and the asshole stole everything. So everyone now agrees that Mercer's a total asshole. So there we go. And now we are to sneak into Mercer's house here in Riften to find something. So yeah, so what's up, Carla?
I'm relieved Brynjolf has an open mind, or that could have gotten bloody.
Oi, oi. Alright.
I dare Mercer to come back here. He sets one foot.
Oh my god, this fucking music. Yo, I don't know why the music is hit me a little extra hard, right? But you know, I mentioned like in the previous Skyrim episodes that, oh my god, you know what? I actually wonder if there's a mod to make all the trees like, you know, like fall, like, you know, like for autumn and all that stuff. Oh, that would be so sick. So I'll probably check into it. So, cause you know, it's next week, in case no one knows, it's going to be the first day of autumn. So, you know, we gotta get ready for the fall, and oh my god, I love the fall.
Need something? Yes?
No. Don't look like a concerned citizen? No, I don't think so. Alright, anyways, so we got to break into this house, and we heard that there is some sort of quote-unquote watchdog here. Where is he? Oh wait, this isn't his house. It's over here. Oh, I see him. Saw him. Alright. What's up, citizen? I mean, soldier son. Hi.
This is Mercer Frey's place, and he don't like visitors. Now go away.
I need to get inside Mercer's house.
No visitors. No way. Now piss off before you make me mad.
I'll make it worth your while.
You ain't got enough coin to make my problems go away. Unless you can talk to Maven Blackbriar into letting me out of my debt. You try and set one foot in this yard and I'll cut it off.
Mercer needs you in Markarth right away.
But I can't leave here. I'm supposed to watch his house. What do I do?
I'll watch it for you.
Wow. Sure is nice of you. Here, hang on to the key and don't let anyone in.
Well, Brynjolf was right. This guy is an idiot. I mean, if he knows Mercer, then he'd know that this is definitely a thief outfit, right? He was told that Mercer needs his help. So my dude is about to go all the way across Skyrim into Markarth, looking for Mercer, and realize, hey, wait a minute, you know, and then yeah. Alright, well, you know what do I have to complain about? I guess that's inside, and that's what we need to do. Alright, let's look for traps. Because, yeah, I'm totally expecting there to be some in Mercer's home. Plus, he doesn't actually. You gotta be kidding me. Mercer also have people inside. And you're not dead from that. Please tell me how you're not dead from that. Please tell me how you're not dead from that. How are you not dead from that?
No more. I yield.
Okay, you're getting air up the butt, fam. Alright. Well, because my bow and arrow magic stuff isn't awesome enough, I have to first of all raise the oh no, never mind. My god, I swear that these raise the dead spells are, can you get out of the way, please? These raise the dead spells are so useless, especially when you get into the higher levels, because I mean you can't use them because everyone's too powerful for it. Right. Back up. Alright. Whatever. You know what? We have stuff to do, we have stuff to compensate for that. We got one dude here. And a bunch of skeletons in here. So they can protect me as I am healing myself. Yeah, you fucked up now. Oh shit, this guy's good. Alright. Just gonna bow back out. He just smacked his own arm with like the blade of his weapon. Yeah, not very smart. Oh, but he's very good at moving quick. Uh oh. Hey, I just. Oh my god.
No more. I yield.
Nope, you get an arrow to the booty. Alright. You gonna like, you talking smack about me? I'm like, no, you just said you move really good, but. Alright. I'm gonna stop what I was gonna say. Alright. So, keep sneaking. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and loot Mercer's house. I'm sure he's not gonna need this stuff anymore. I'm sure he's doing just fine for himself after he's throwing all our crap. Amulet of Kings. That sounds cool. Oh yeah, I remember this story. There's a story of like there's 3 brothers that killed their father and split like some amulet and stuff like that, and then were chased throughout Skyrim. Wait, what? This bar is locked into place and cannot be opened. Okay then. Alright. I don't see anything else. Can you get out of the way? Bam. Bam. Thank you. Statue of the Bella. Definitely take that. Blackbriar mead. Interesting. Definitely something you get directly from Maven Blackbriar, which, by the way, if you remember from last episode, this house was given to Mercer by Maven, so it shows how much of a friendship there is, or at least a mutual agreement between Maven and the Thieves Guild. Suspicious cabinet. Hello there. Secret room. Alright. Yeah, I want to go ahead and loot some more stuff in this place. So. Alright, well. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, it's a second basement. Interesting. I've never heard of a house with 2 basements. So, what would you even use 2 basements for? Well, obviously, you know, you use one to hide shit and the other one to make it look like you're not hiding shit. Alright, I think that's enough. I don't even think there's any more dudes in here as well. I think we got them all. Yeah, this cannot look creepy or evil at all. Oh, and there we go again with the traps. Question is, which traps? Which is not the traps? Okay, so not this one. Alright, this is the only way we're gonna be able to actually get through this quickly. La, 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 la. Like a boss. Ooh, I almost stepped on that. Whatever that is, I have no clue. Is that your? Oh, I can't step on trap because my skill is so good. Okay, so I can't trigger pressure plate traps. Nice. I was wondering why that wasn't working at first. Like, yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, good at the game. Wait, there's no way I triggered that with something, right? Yeah, that had to be like automatically. Yeah. Oh. Hello, other trap. let's go ahead and lockpick this rope, because yes, that makes a lot of sense. You know, I got a better idea. Hey, that shit has a machine gun rate of speed. Do I have anything? Wait, the Alduin and Akatosh? Wait, what? This is Alduin about, you guys remember the main evil dragon that was meant to swallow the world back in the day. So, this is about our nemesis. Alright, we have to read this, I'm sorry. But yeah, anything that has to do with like the main story, and if you guys remember who Alduin was, you know, the big black dragon that kind of saved us, but then we had to kill in Sovngarde in the main story of the Dragonborn quest, because, you know, he was, you know, well, I guess he wasn't entirely evil per se, he was just fulfilling the prophecy, and but I kicked his ass, so yeah, I fulfilled my prophecy. Alright, let's go ahead and read up. So, story time, kids. Alduin, Akatosh. Oh god. It's dichotomy, right? I imagine it's dichotomy, but I could be wrong. Hand. T-I-C-O. Yes, I am looking this up because, hey, it's like a wise dude said, alright? It's better to look like a fool for 5 seconds and ask questions than be a fool for life and not ask questions. So. Dichotomy, I freaking knew it. What? A division or contrast between two things that are or are represented as being opposed or entirely different. Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead and read on then. Alright, just give me 1 second. Okay. As High Priest of Akatosh Chantry, I have dedicated my life to the service of the Great Dragon, he who was first at the beginning. He who is greatest and most powerful of all divines. He who is the very embodiment of infinity. So Akatosh is that powerful. So I didn't really, and you know, honestly, when I think about it, I never actually thought about who is the strongest Daedras. It's because I study a whole lot more Daedras, because to be honest, they you know, they're more interested in the Daedras. And if you remember, Daedras are the ones who created Nirn, who created the Earth that we are on. But, you know, but in doing so, they've lost part of their powers, so they are technically more weaker than Daedras. But, first of all, they're the reason why we're living, and the Daedras are the reason why we're living. And secondly, they're pretty much wholly, like, nice. They're the good gods, right? But the only thing is, though, is that they can't really interact with us mortals, you know, just like how the Daedras can interact with us. You know how we always do Daedra quests and all that stuff. Well, really, there's no Daedra quests because, you know, they're weaker. But again, they're nice. And just like Daedras, I believe that the Daedras have their own realm of, I don't know if it's the realm of oblivion, but they do have their own, like, heavens or whatever. You know, kind of like Sovngarde. Wait, do they? Holy shit, I need to do, okay, I gotta do some more research on the Daedras, because I actually don't know now I think about it. Like, who has Sovngarde? Is it Akatosh? Okay, whatever, I don't think so, but whatever, we need to keep reading, alright? Let's do this. I mean, I got the claps on, the claps. Anyways, I am quite obviously a man of deep and unwavering faith, but not blind faith, nor I am also a man of scholarly endeavors, and have always valued education and the pursuit of truth in all its forms. And so I have had the honor, oh my god, the music in the background, right? I have had the honor and privilege of making it my life's work to discover the truth about Akatosh and all of our beloved divine incarnations. So if you guys don't remember who Akatosh is, basically, he is the dragon god of time. He is an Daedra, so he's one of the 9 divines that help create, you know, Nirn. So he's considered a good god. He's also considered to be the firstborn of all divines, and it makes him kind of like the most powerful, per se. But anyways, so Yeah, and it's kind of weird, right? Because again, I would have to like make a whole video of like Akatosh to explain it. But to make it short though, let's just say that the Dragonborn, like us, you know, the Dovahkiin, we are, even though we're mortal, we are blessed with the blood and the soul of a dragon, directly by Akatosh. So in other words, we were anointed by Akatosh, you know, to slay dragons and eat their souls, really. But it's also kind of funny though, right? Because I believe that oh god. So even though they're part of the same concept, Akatosh, even though he is the dragon god, he's the one about ongoing time, right? But Alduin, he was meant to bring back to end time, you know. But they still come from the same family. It's fucking hard to explain. Alright, just look it up on YouTube. Alright, that's all I got to say. I need to shut up and keep reading. Throughout the civilized world, and I refer only to the Empire, but to not every nation on great learn that has embraced the virtues of learning and letters. The great dragons, dragons is worshipped. Usually, the highest of divines is referred to as Akatosh. But what some may not be aware of is that he is occasionally referred to by two other names as well. The Aldmer refer to Akatosh as Auriel. The Nords call him Alduin. Wow. These names come up repeatedly in certain ancient texts, and in each one it is clear that the deity in question is none other than he whom we call Akatosh. So the Nords call Akatosh, the Aedra, Alduin. Isn't that interesting? But then everyone else I know calls Akatosh Akatosh. So, anyways, yet there are those who believed, even in this enlightened age, that this is not so. That the regional interpretations of Akatosh are not interpretations of Akatosh at all. Rather, they are references to altogether different deities. Deities who may or may not share some aspect or be the great dragon at all. Many Altmer of Somerset Isles worship Auriel, who is the soul of Anuel, who is in turn the soul of Anu, the everything. But if you ask the High Elves themselves, remember the High Elves being the Thalmor, as I did when I traveled to the Somerset Isles to continue my research. By the way, the Somerset Isle is basically the home of the High Elves, just putting it out there. The majority will concede that Auriel is but Akatosh with a different name, colored by their own cultural beliefs. So basically, the High Elves agree that Auriel is the same god as Akatosh, who we call it, who the Nords would call Akatosh Alduin, which is still strange because Alduin was the dragon that we killed. So this is something I'm not even sure of. So this is new to me. So let's keep going. So maybe it comes as no surprise that the real theological dissension lies in Skyrim among the Nord people, renowned as much for their stubbornness as they are their hardiness and prowess on the fields of valor. When I journeyed to the stark White Province, I was surprised to find a people whose views on Akatosh are almost diametrically opposed to those of the Altmer. The majority of Nord people seem to believe that their Alduin of legend is not Akatosh, but another deity entirely. A great dragon, yes, but not the great dragon. So basically, the Nord people believe that Alduin is not directly the god Akatosh, but is an entire another deity. And remember, Akatosh is an Aedra god. He is the dragon god of time. Alduin is the dragon, not a god, I believe, but he is the dragon that is meant to bring the end times, which we stopped. Determined to get to the heart of this matter, I consulted with several Nords, Among them, an old and respected clan chief by the name of Bjorn Much Bloodied. Interesting. And what a surprise! What surprised me most about those I talked to was not that they believed in Alduin instead of Akatosh, but they recognized Alduin in addition to Akatosh. Whew. In fact, most children of Skyrim seem to view Akatosh in much the same way I do. He is, in fact, the great dragon. First among the divine, perseverance, personified, and, more than anything, a force of supreme good of in the world. Alduin, they claim, is something altogether different. Ooh, this is actually kind of getting interesting now. So, in other words, the Nords do understand that Akatosh and Alduin are different. But if they believe that Akatosh is the Dragon of Time, then who is Alduin? Because again, he is meant to bring the end time, the one that we stopped. Let's keep reading and find out. Whether or not he is actually a deity remains in question, but the Alduin of Nord folklore is in fact a dragon, but one so ancient and so powerful he would dub the World Eater. And some accounts even have him devouring the souls of the dead to maintain his own power, which he did, because that's why we had to fight him in Sovngarde, because, well, you know, he was eating the souls of ancient Nord heroes. Other stories revolved around Alduin acting as some sort of dragon king, uniting the other dragon in a war against mankind, which he was, until he was eventually defeated at the hands of one or more brave heroes, which was the Dovahkiins, which was us. So, by the way, I hope it's okay for me to speak, you know, between every paragraph, because that's how I kind of stick with the story. You know, after I read a paragraph, I kind of like go over like what happened in that paragraph, just so I can stick with it. So, it is hard to deny that such legends are compelling, but as both high priest and scholar, I am forced to ask the most important question: where is the evidence? The Nords of Skyrim place a high value on their oral traditions, but such is the core of their unreliability. A rumor passed around the Wayrest Market Square can change so dramatically in the course of a few simple hours that by the end of the day, one might believe half the city's residents were involved in any number of scandalous activities. How then is an educated, enlightened person possibly supposed to believe a legend that has been passed down by the words of mouth only for hundreds or even thousands of years? Well, let's put it simple, alright? Wait, whoa, okay, I'm not tripping, right? Let's read the next thing that just came up. The answer is, a question is simple. He cannot. Alright, I was just about to say, right, I did not read what happened, like this, you know, paragraph that we're on. The answer is simple. He cannot. I was just gonna say, it is simple. It is actually true, because we went through that. Alduin is the World Eater, and he is meant to bring the end times. He was raising dragons from the dead to create, to help in his quest for destruction, to destroy the earth that we live on. But, you know, since I stopped him, I can't kill him on Nirn. I can only weaken him. And so Alduin returned to Sovngarde, and we went to Sovngarde to chase him down, and he was feeding off the souls of Nords that died in battle. And the reason why Alduin doing that, to get his strength back. So that's what happened, and the Nords were actually right. But the scholar is like, well, he can't. And you know what? I can understand, because the scholar comes from a different view from us. I mean, we are the ones that stopped Alduin. We saw everything that he was doing. The scholar didn't. But then again, this seems to have been written like a long time ago, way before our time. In between the first time Alduin almost destroyed the world, and then now. That's when it seems to be set in place. Anyways, let's keep going. And so it is my conclusion that the Alduin of Nord legend is in fact mighty Akatosh. Okay, let me read that again. And so it is my conclusion that the Alduin of Nord legend is in fact mighty Akatosh, whose story grew twisted and deformed through centuries of retelling and embellishment. So, through no real fault of their own, the primitive peoples of Skyrim failed to understand the goodness and greatness of the Great Dragon, and it was this lack of understanding that formed the basis of what became, ironically, their most impressive creative achievement, Alduin. The World Eater, phantom of bedtime stories, and justification for ancient, if imagined deeds. Well, there we go. So, basically, this guy believes that pretty much Alduin? I don't think this guy believes Alduin was real. And once again, you gotta remember, right? This was before, like, now, right? This is before modern time. Many people were beginning to believe, because dragon died off such a long time ago, many people were starting to believe that dragons were not real, that they never existed, they were just stories and legends. Until today, you know, when they actually came back from the dead. So, this guy believes that Alduin and Akatosh are, I guess they believe that, oh God, you know, did he believe that they were the same deity? I believe, because, according to this book, Alduin the Nord is in fact a dragon, dubbed the World Eater, accounts even having devouring souls. Yeah, okay, so Alduin, and it's my conclusion. Okay, so this guy believes that Alduin of Nord legend is in fact the mighty Akatosh stories. Okay, so this guy believes that, you know, I kind of realized, right, that the story between Alduin and the Dragonborn is kind of like, it definitely does sound like, a, what do you call it, a Viking story, you know? Ever since I started, wait, children's display case, what? Ooh, that's a unique story, let's get this thing. But, yeah, you know, like, there would be one, but it does sound like a very Nordic story, you know, like, a man chosen by the gods with his us will come down and save us from a dragon who was meant to eat the world. It kind of reminds me of Fenrir and the other story. The two wolves that chases the sun and moon and is meant to eat both of them to bring Ragnarok. Ooh, this is a very interesting sword. I've never seen this before. But anyways, busted the Great Fox. Hey! Anyways, but yeah, that's the point though. Yeah, that's my point though. Yeah. Hey, very interesting story. Like I said before in a couple videos ago, I like seeing two sides of a belief, you know? I like seeing debates between, you know, either it's a religious or a political thing. Like, I mean, I don't like bringing those to my channel to talk about it, but when I'm like outside of my life, I like watching them because I like seeing two different sides of that. And right there in that story, we saw a viewpoint of a scholar who didn't believe that, who was probably in a time where dragons were starting to become a myth, where, you know, they're like, well, you know, maybe dragons aren't real, you know, and Alduin, you know, he isn't real, but he goes to Skyrim, he looks and see what the Nords say, and then he comes up with his own conclusions. So his thing is makes sense, you know, I understand where he's coming from. But now, since we are in modern day standards, dragons are real, they have returned. What this guy has done is now entirely false. Like, we just proven everything that he stated is false. and that the Nords were right this entire time. So, hey man, that's fucking awesome. I mean, ooh, that got me hyped. It's hyped so much that we've been talking about this thing for almost 10 minutes. I'm sorry, people, man. This is what Skyrim does to me, man. It's like just reading about the lore and shit like that. Like I can literally talk to you all day about Skyrim, and yeah, I'm gonna stop though because I only get to play Skyrim for a few hours maybe a day. So, but not today. I gotta go somewhere. So let's continue. I imagine this is Mercer. Not certain how you managed to get your hands on that. Oh god. Whew, I don't know why I'm gassy. Not certain how you managed to get your hands on that item we discussed, but I'm more than pleased. I thought you'd simply wait until it was being transported from Castle Dower. Why does that sound familiar? To its final destination. But according to what I heard, it vanished right from the armory. Castle Dower, I believe, is in Solitude. I believe it is. Anyways, but according to what I've heard, it vanished right from their armory. I wish I knew how you were able to slip by the guards, bypass the portcullis? I've never heard that word before. Unlock the armory door and break into the dwarven puzzled locked chest. You need to teach me that little trick sometimes. I've left your cut in the usual drop spot and might have another job for you soon. R. Okay, I have no clue who R could be, but it doesn't matter right now. Oh. So this is basically a porn book, by the way, the Lusty Argonian Maid. I'd read it right now, you know, just to show you what I mean, but we need to actually continue this mission because we just spent a lot of time. So we got Mercer's plans. Let's go back to Brynjolf. Maybe we'll read it near the end of this episode, if I remember. But yeah, wait, what? Oh, Mercer has a direct link from the from his house to the Thieves Guild.
I should have come here.
Hello?
I think you're bleeding.
Okay, first of all, okay, now you hit me, but I was just gonna say, first of all, you missed me. Secondly, what are you doing here? You know what? I got a better idea for you. Hey, stay right there. Just stay right the hell there. Suck on this. Oh, shit! I'm just gonna make sure they kill this guy. There are more dudes apparently. Come on, guys. There you go. Alright, good boys. Alrighty. We did level up, didn't we? Okay, we haven't. Alright, we haven't leveled up just yet. Alright, excuse me. Alright. But yeah, you know, I think now that I think about it, I think I will. Oh, actually, let's go back to Delvin real quick. Because I actually want to give him this new thing we got him. Alright. But anyways, no, that's what I was saying though. I was actually thinking, like, I think I will start studying the Aedras more because, yeah, I have focused a lot more on the Aedras. But the Aedras are interesting as well. And
keep my eyes open for Mercer.
Found this bust of the Grey Fox. Worse than anything.
Well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. Must have come from Mercer's place. He'd admired the Grey Fox for some time. Sure, I'll buy it from you. Here you are.
Can I sell this dwarven puzzle box to you?
Well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any, it's worth quite a bit actually. Quite a catch. There you go. This should make you smile.
Are you interested in buying this honey brewed decanter?
Well. If you happen across, I think you'll find this payment to be more than fair. This is getting dangerous. Don't let anything get a jump on you.
Alright, so throughout Skyrim, just like the Stone of Baron's Isles, there are certain gold trinkets that you can actually find and give to Delvin, and they will be placed on here, which is it's kind of cool, but you know, after that, that's pretty much it. So
Any luck on your end?
it wasn't there, but I found these plans.
Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life.
Then we have to stop him.
Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guild's treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Next we meet Lyle.
Oh, we're on our way then. Ah, opportunity restored. I think I know where this is
Not
gonna
now,
go.
lad.
This is
Carlisle
very
said it was
important.
important.
Come on, shut up. Why are you looking at me like that? I just told you to shut up because you kept talking, dude. Don't look at me like that.
I promise you. Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
I have some preparations of my own to make. I'll meet you at the stone.
I'm preparing to leave for the standing stone. What is it?
Alright. So now we're hunting for Mercer, but there's something we have to do first from Carlia. So let's go ahead and check out and see what we're doing. So gotta get this marked and off we go. So yeah, you know, we spent so much time in like Mercer's house. I mean, I never actually really got the chance to why is it telling me to go in there when the standing stone's outside of Skyrim? Or outside in Skyrim. You weird video game, you. Alright. Okay, let's just get in fast travel there. Dark Seducers, a dangerous race of warriors who, okay. Hey man, with the PS5 now, like, you're definitely not gonna have enough time to read anything that the devs chose to like put inside the in the loading screen. So I mean, yeah, just to think that we're probably a generation or two away from being able to like being like, yeah, loading screens, they don't exist anymore.
I'm glad you're here.
What's the significance of this place?
This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey.
What kind of an edge?
If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way.
So tell me about the Nightingales.
Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum.
Were they part of the Thief Guild?
Indirectly. The Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret.
What's the purpose?
The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Who is Nocturnal?
She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel.
I've never met a thief that worshipped anything.
Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services, and no alms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment.
Sounds like a guild contract.
You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues.
I have my skill. No powers or magic.
Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us.
Sounds like she just wants us to suffer.
Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer, does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though.
So, am I to become a Nightingale?
It's my hope that you will, yes. This way, please.
Well, it looks like we're on our way to become Nightingales. Woo! Alright, so, yeah, who is Nocturnal? I honestly, she's one of the few Daedric gods that I don't actually know a lot about, but just hearing that she is a god that requires no priest or sermons or alms or anything like that is quite unique, because usually when there's gods, there's priests.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the
And all she
but I never
cares
believed
and
it
all she
existed.
does is influence
The assumption that the
the luck
Nightingales
of
were
thieves.
just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business.
Yeah, very interesting though. As I've said though, like Nocturnal will come off
This
as a
is
bitch,
Nightingale
but
Hall.
just think of her as
You're
a
the
mom
first
that
of
just
the
wants you to
uninitiated
succeed
set
by
foot
pushing you
inside
hard.
In over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Alright, who's ready to see the coolest armor in the game? One of them? Nah, I personally think it's the coolest armor in the game because it makes me feel like the warrior of the night. Warrior of the night. Alright. Here we go. Oh, this is exciting. Here we go. Yeah. Cool. It's got a cape too. Like, how can you not like it? So, yeah, and the eyes glow. Oh, it's so sick.
You appear ready for the oath.
You know it.
You appear ready for the oath.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah, it's enough to make your head spin, eh? You're telling me so. I gotta be honest though, for some reason, I never asked this, but I feel like the female version of this outfit looks somehow better than the male version. I have no clue why. Like, I hope it doesn't make it sound like, feminist or anything like that. It's just, okay, well, yeah.
It
Got
just
these get-ups on.
seems like it
Now what?
fits
Beyond
Carlia
these
more
gates
than
is
it
the
does
first
fit me.
step in
But this is
becoming
still the
a
coolest armor in the game.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale, that was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal?
I'm ready.
Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
You said that already, shut up.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
We'll speak when the oath is complete.
Alright, let's stand in our place. Hurry up! Overshot it. Hold on. Overshot it. Give me a second. There we go.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk, and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Alright, peace out. There we go, we're finally Nightingales.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime.
He's done more.
Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without two keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry.
So the key unlocks any door.
Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless.
Sounds like no one should possess it.
Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade.
First time I ever set out to return something.
Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner.
Let's go.
Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild.
And why tell me this?
Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
Me? Well, what about you?
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it.
I don't know what to say.
Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now.
I accept then.
Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead.
And let's get to it.
I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember.
I guess we're Nightingales now.
Aye. And some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us.
You think we stand a chance against Mercer?
If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no. But now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Carlia. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way. Until next we meet, lad.
Alright, real quick, let's see if Carlia has anything new to say. I don't feel stronger.
With the skeleton key missing from the Twilight Sepulchre, I'm afraid Mercer's seen to it that none of us can benefit from Nocturnal's gifts.
But she spoke to us.
You merely transacted the oath, signed the unwritten contract with Nocturnal. In order for us to receive our abilities, our end of the bargain, I'm afraid the key must be returned.
Then Nocturnal's angry at us.
If Nocturnal was truly displeased with me, with any of us, she wouldn't have answered my call. I have no doubt that we still hold her favor, and I believe it gives us enough of an edge to defeat Mercer Frey.
May I return to Nightingale Hall?
Yes. Now that you're a Nightingale, you may consider this your home. You'll find that this place offers many things that will help you in your endeavors, as well as a wealth of information for you to learn. Once the skeleton key has been restored to the Twilight Sepulchre, I'll make this place my home as well.
Alright, well, yep, so that means we have a new player home, which we will discover next episode. But for now, I really want to read this Argonian book. I've actually never read these books, but I mean, screw it. Let's just read one, see how bad it gets. See how. Oh, it's not even that. Okay. Oh, it's a play too. That's really interesting. The Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 1, by Carasius Curio. Act 4, Scene 3, continued. Okay. Lifts her tail. Oh, that's the actual name. Certainly not, kind sir. I am here but to clean your chambers. Carasius Colto. Is that all you have come here for, little one? My chambers. Oh god, I already hate this book. Lifts her tail. I have no idea what is you imply, master. I am but a poor Argonian maid, Carasius Colto. So you are, my dumpling, and a good one at that. Such strong legs and shapely tail. Lifts her tail. You embarrass me, sir. By the way, lifts her tail is actually like how Argonians actually like names themselves, so the fact that her name is Lift Her Tail, wow. Carasius Colto. Fear not, you are safe here with me, Lift Her Tail. I must finish my cleaning, sir. The mistress will have my head if I do not, Carasius Colto. Cleaning, eh? I have something for you. Here follows my spear. Wow. Lifts her tail. But it's huge. It could take me all night. Carasius Colto, plenty of time, my sweet, plenty of time. I'm so glad I've never read this book. What the hell? What the hell? Alright. Well, that is how we are going to end the episode. But yeah, so anyways, so we got to read a little bit more about Alduin, Akatosh, you know, stuff like that. You know, got to see some perspective of, you know, what it was like for a scholar to believe about dragons and stuff, like in the between now and the last dragon invasion, where people were starting to wonder and question if dragons were even real at some point. Very interesting. And then we got to sneak into Mercer's house, realized that he's gonna pull off one of the greatest heists of all time, taking off Farmer Eye. Not an actual Farmer Eye, but it's like a big gem that from a statue of a farmer. Anyways, and then we became Nightingales, and we got to read our first book of the Lusty Argonian Maid, which I kind of regret, but whatever. It is what it is. So anyways, next episode, we will definitely be finishing up the Thieves Guild quest. It feels rather short. I never realized how short it feels, but it's because, you know, there's a big giant like mission like grind thing that you can do with the Thieves Guild to restore it back to its full glory, but I've never done that, and I do not plan to do that anytime soon. So anyways, we'll finish it up tomorrow, and then, you know, we'll do our usual. We'll spend a couple weeks, you know, just, you know, doing, you know, some chore, some to-do lists and stuff like that, and then yeah, we'll finish it off. So and then we'll continue our next main story, which I haven't decided what it will be yet, but you know, that's why we'll spend a couple weeks and stuff. So anyways, as usual, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.